In the heart of a mist-shrouded mountain monastery, as the first light of dawn painted the sky in hues of gold, the Buddhist master, whose eyes bore the weight of countless stories and lessons, gathered his disciples in the courtyard. The air was pregnant with anticipation as the disciples, a mosaic of individuals seeking solace and truth, sat in quiet reverence. The master's presence, like a gentle river flowing through ancient valleys, carried the promise of profound teachings. With a gesture as graceful as the rustling leaves, the master began. In the grand tapestry of existence, life is not a scripted play with predetermined lines and rehearsed scenes. It is a dynamic, ever-evolving symphony, and each one of us is a unique note contributing to the melody of our own journey. Living boldly is an art, a dance with the unpredictable rhythms of life, and in its uncertainty lies the true essence of our human experience. To live boldly is to reject the notion that life can be neatly planned and controlled. It is an acknowledgement that the most profound moments often emerge from the unexpected, the unscripted, and the unexplored. Life's greatest adventures lie beyond the well-trodden paths, waiting for those courageous enough to step into the unknown. Living boldly means refusing to bow to the constraints of a preordained existence. If you live any aspect of your life scripted, following the expected norms and predetermined roles, you are unwittingly casting yourself in a role bound for stagnation. A scripted life may seem comfortable, but it is a breeding ground for discontent, a slow descent into a monotonous existence devoid of true fulfillment. The master continued, "Let me tell you a story about this. You will understand what happens if you go by script in life situations. And what a mess life will be if you are deaf and blind to the life situations and just go by your own self-made script instead of analyzing every moment and responding accordingly." Once, a gentleman had been experiencing a gradual loss of his hearing, yet he maintained a sense of pride that prevented him from acknowledging his debility. He persisted in pretending that nothing was amiss with his hearing. One day, a friend encountered him outside his residence and informed him that the elderly man next door had fallen ill. It was suggested that it would be a compassionate gesture to visit the ailing neighbor, as he had no relatives to check on him. Despite his near-deafness, the man grasped his friend's message and committed to visiting his neighbor on the same day. Contemplating how to approach his unwell neighbor, especially now that he himself felt weakened and could only speak in a whisper, the hearing-impaired man pondered. However, societal expectations demanded that he pay the old man a visit and inquire about his health. He resolved to understand the patient's words by reading his lips and formulated prearranged questions and probable responses in his mind. Anticipating that when he asked, "How are you feeling?" the sick neighbor would probably say, "Thanks be to Allah, I'm surviving." Then he'd say to him, "That's wonderful, thank goodness." And continue, "What did you have to eat today?" The neighbor would probably reply, "I had a lovely vegetable soup with a glass of cooling sherbet," to which he would respond, "Bon appetit, how wonderful." In addition, he would ask, "Which doctor has prescribed your medication?" And the patient would probably tell him the name of one of the local doctors, to which he'd confirm, "Fantastic, he's the best in the trade." He prepared himself to express delight and appreciation. Feeling emboldened by his plan, the man promptly visited his neighbor. Seated next to the old man's makeshift bedding on the floor, he kindly inquired, "How are you feeling, my dear neighbor?" The sick man moaned, "I'm dying." In a jovial tone, the deaf man exclaimed, "Thank God," and proceeded to his next prepared question, asking about the neighbor's last night's meal. "Poison," retorted the upset old man. Unaware of the tension escalating, the deaf man responded cheerfully, "Bon appetit." Growing even more agitated, the sick man restrained himself from swearing at his perplexing visitor. Undeterred, the hearing-impaired man continued his inquiries, asking about the treating doctor. "Azrael, the angel of death," snapped the sick man. Unfazed, the deaf man praised, may he be blessed. His presence is always good news, whoever he visits is cured of all his pains and aches forever. Oblivious to the disconcerting impact on his sick neighbor's state of mind, the deaf man shook his hand firmly, believing he had fulfilled his neighborly duty and brought joy and relief to the ailing man. Embrace the messiness of life, for it is within the chaos that opportunities for growth and self-discovery flourish. Do not hide your emotions, mistakes, or flaws. Instead, wear them proudly as badges of your humanity. Your vulnerabilities are not weaknesses but stepping stones to resilience and strength. Face the challenges head-on, and you will find that what you once perceived as obstacles can transform into the building blocks of your character. Living boldly requires authenticity, the courage to be unapologetically yourself. In a world that often demands conformity, dare to stand out. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Your authenticity is a beacon that attracts kindred spirits and repels those who cannot appreciate the beauty of individuality. Mistakes are not marks of failure, but rather brushstrokes on the canvas of experience. Embrace them, for they are the raw materials from which wisdom is sculpted. It is in the process of learning from mistakes that we discover our resilience and capacity for growth. Do not let the fear of making errors paralyze you. Instead, let it propel you towards new horizons, armed with the lessons of the past. Living boldly is not about recklessness, it is a conscious choice to step outside your comfort zone. It is a commitment to continuous self-improvement and an understanding that growth thrives in the discomfort of the unfamiliar. Like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, your true potential unfolds when you shed the constraints of the known and embrace the vastness of the unknown. Your journey is not a linear path, but a mosaic of experiences, each contributing to the masterpiece of your life. Do not fear detours, for they often lead to unexpected treasures. The scenic route may take longer, but the richness of the landscapes you encounter along the way will make the journey worthwhile. Life is not a race, it is a meandering exploration of self and surroundings. Living boldly means navigating the delicate balance between ambition and contentment. While striving for personal and professional excellence, remember to savor the present moment. The pursuit of dreams should not overshadow the joy found in the simple pleasures of life. Find fulfillment in the journey, not just the destination. In a world that bombards us with expectations and societal norms, living boldly is an act of rebellion. It is reclaiming ownership of your narrative and rejecting the roles assigned by others. The opinions of society, like the wind, may blow in different directions, but your inner compass should guide you. Do not be a puppet in someone else's play, be the masterful creator of your own story. Living boldly is an invitation to dance with fear, to acknowledge its presence, but not let it dictate your steps. Fear is a natural companion on the path to bold living. It signifies that you are pushing boundaries and challenging the status quo. Do not let fear paralyze you, instead, let it be the fuel that propels you forward. As you embark on the journey of living boldly, surround yourself with kindred spirits who share your zest for authenticity and adventure. Cultivate a tribe that supports your growth and encourages your individuality. Together, you can amplify the collective melody of living boldly, creating a symphony that resonates with the beauty of diversity. In conclusion, life is not a scripted performance, it is an improvisational masterpiece waiting to be composed. Living boldly is a choice, a commitment to embrace the unscripted nature of existence. Do not hide behind the safety of conformity, step into the spotlight of your own life. Face the challenges, celebrate your uniqueness, and let the unpredictable symphony of life play on. In living boldly, you will not only discover your true potential, but also inspire others to join the dance of authenticity and resilience. To support us, please make sure to subscribe the channel, Rumi Sufi Mystic, and press the like button.